So about a week ago, I posted this video and it only got like 38 views, didn't get much love, but I think that there's some interest there. Basically, what I shared in this video was that I'm going to take a song that I dropped on December 2nd, which is now 5 days ago. And within the first month, I'm going to blow it up and create a lifelong asset out of this song. So this is the beginning of a series. I don't know how many parts there's going to be, but I'm gonna show you exactly how I blow a song up within the first month of it existing on streaming platforms. I was supposed to start on December 2nd, but I wasn't really able to just because I had some mistakes and some errors, but I'm gonna go ahead and get into that stuff. So first things first, the most important thing is how many streams does the song have? And as you can see right here, I've got some people coming in. I just had about 6 people listening throughout the day. Sometimes it's 8, sometimes it's 4, sometimes it's 2, but it's very consistent. We can go to the song here. You can see it has 957 streams, and it's actually currently bugged right now because yesterday it got 323, day before that, day before that, day before that. And obviously that doesn't add up to 957, but Spotify has this commonality where they typically have some issues in the beginning of a song dropping and gathering the data for it. The song should have looked like this on at least the first or second day, but I had some issues that I want to go into. But first, just to show you the sources of streams, and then it got on a couple different playlists, very small playlists, of course, nothing too huge. And then as you can see from here, it shows the reporting of 640 streams, which we know is not accurate, between 187 listeners. This is how many people viewed my Spotify canvas. And then this is how many people have saved the song. Now, I wanna go into how I'm getting these streams and what is currently going on in the life cycle of my song. So what I did is I started doing Facebook ads on this song. First, I started with a traffic ad here and I spent about $95 on this. And this actually was a complete flop. Complete fluke. The song didn't actually get this many. I made a mistake when making this ad, and I'm still not even sure what it was, but this is kind of what stopped me from going straight into it. On the second, I wasn't able to give you guys any real data, and I couldn't really figure out what was happening. So what I decided to do was switch to a Facebook conversion ad, which tends to be much more reliable because it causes a 2-step process. And I think what might have happened was the way I set this up caused some bots to start clicking and things like that. So it looks like right now we're getting a 42 cents cost per view content, which is not good at all. But I actually don't think that this is valid because if we go into the landing page stats, it's much different. So as you can see here, we've had 357 people view the landing page and 263 actually clicked through, which means that they went to Spotify, Apple, or iTunes. And you can see the data here as well. But now if we compare this 263 to the 223 link clicks. Obviously, these Facebook ads aren't reporting every click. Something must be happening behind the scenes on their AI where it literally just doesn't know that they're clicking on the ad, which is fine by me because that just means that the ad is cheaper than it actually looks. It's probably somewhere around 35 to 38 cents cost per click. But the great thing about running ads is that you also get people to start following you. As you can see here from the left, you see people liking the ad. And over time, my followers will begin to go up and I will be able to keep these people retained in the future by posting stories, just Instagram content in general, and start to pull actual fans. So this is a long-term play. But what is the point of ads? Because of course it's costing money, right? Yes, it may cost money, but understand that over time, as your song gets engagement on Spotify, you're eventually gonna start hitting algorithmic playlists. Those algorithmic playlists will give you thousands and thousands of free streams. Here's my song Nympho right here, and it just so happens that this song started to get on algorithmic playlists again. As you can see yesterday, this got 560 streams, the day before 602. And if we open it up here, we can go to playlists. And we see that Discover Weekly is getting us thousands. We can go to the last 24 hours. We see 327, last 7 days, 683. So these streams over time are going to, of course, cause people to save and cause a chain reaction and build more assets of people that listen to it and generate you income over time. So yes, it's a huge initial investment to run ads. I wouldn't even say huge, you could start with $10 a day. But over time, the ads will actually pay for themselves as long as you run them for a long enough time. So my goal with this song is to, of course, get thousands of streams, let Spotify compile tons of different data. Hopefully I'll land on some other algorithmic playlists and maybe even editorial playlists. So my song here, Sad Eyes, you can see has made $224. I spent almost $300 on ads on this song, and I actually made a mistake by running these ads after the song had already been out in months. Now, the first 2 weeks is the most important time for your song to either get pushed into the algorithm forever or just not. Although your old songs can still hit algorithms, it's just much more likely if they're newer. So you can see that within a year or so, my return on investment will be much higher than what I spent. And this is just a very small example. So with my song 1,000 Miles Away, obviously this is gonna be much better because this is a new song. The ad is now performing really well. If I let this keep running for the next 3 weeks before I drop my next song, it'll definitely become a lifetime asset. And the more money that you run initially, the better your return in 6 months is going to be. Think of all the people that save it and just continue to listen to it on a regular basis. It's almost comparable to owning an apartment complex. Every song is one of the units and someone pays rent for it. Think of this working the same way on Spotify, Apple, and all those platforms. So this is week 1 of the song being out. It's literally been 5 days. You guys can see that I'm almost at 1,000 streams. And by the time that I check back in with you next week, it's going to be much more than this, especially because my ad is going to work exponentially at this point. And then once it hits a Discover Weekly boost, it's gonna go crazy. If you guys want me to make a video on how to create this sort of ad, please let me know in the comments below and I'll shoot a video. Just wanna make sure there's some demand for it. And next week, I'll be talking more about short content and the strategies that I'm using when it comes to content. But this week, I just wanted to start with the ads and get you guys some information and some data. And if you want any more information on something like this, check out this song on how to blow up on Spotify, because this is the exact same thing that I'm about to do.